Okay, today, kombucha step by step. You ready? Step 1, tea bags. Final step, kombucha. More to come. Okay, so we boiled water, and then we have our, I really like Newman's Own organic black tea bags. I used to use the small ones and I'd have to use 8, but now I have the bigger ones and I use 3. And you take your boiling water, and I love this jar. Thank you, Christine, for donating it to my kombucha making needs. Boom. And then I say, Alexa, set timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes, starting now.
And that's the best amount of time to brew your tea. Okay, so the alarm's going off. Alexa, stop timer. Alexa, stop timer. It's Keith. Okay, so once the timer's off, you take out your tea bag and compost them. If you don't compost, you should. I tie my tea bags together, but I'm not sure if that worked. And you don't want to squeeze them out because I guess it makes it bitter. So you just pull them out, put them in your compost. Now you've got this really hot tea, and this tea needs to go into your sun tea container. I don't know how big this is. I want to take that 2-4 off. I will by the next time you see me. But anyway, we want to put this concentrated tea in here, and this has ice in it, so it's going to cool that tea down to room temperature because right now it's too hot, and you never want to pour your hot tea directly into this without the ice because, as I experienced, your jar will just break at the bottom. Tea will go everywhere. So you have to make sure you have tempered glass, and that's why I love the ball jars. So I'm going to pour that in. It's very hot, so I can't do it while I'm videotaping and show you what's up. Okay, tricky. Next thing you do, you're gonna add your organic sugar. I just like this brown real sugar for baking. You can get that at Aldi or wherever. You're gonna add a cup. I add a little bit less than a cup because that's how your, I forgot to take that 214 off. That's how your SCOBY grows. It feeds off of the sugar. So you have to get that all melted down. And then dissolved. Not melted. Okay? Like so. Okay? And that's gonna be our base. And we're gonna add more water because we want it about full to there, but I have to show you a couple other things first. Okay, here's the magic. So we just brewed just black tea with a cup of sugar, okay? Like sun tea. Cup of sugar. Hold on a second. Okay, that kept reading 214. It's not 214. Today is 4-2. And these markers are the best. Thank you, Erica. This was an Erica's favorite thing, and actually Sam got those markers, but forgot to take them with forgot to take them to college with him. So, sorry, I'm trying to put the lid on. So I got them. So anyway, you want to mark the date on your tea so you know when it brewed, because you want it to brew for about 7 to 14 days afterwards. So anyway, we've got our tea, but this is where the magic starts. So back on, whatever day was on that I just erased, 214, Valentine's Day? I started brewing this, and it started like that, and it ended up like this. And this is a SCOBY. And so what you want to do, I washed my hands already. You take your SCOBY from this, it's pretty gross, and you put it in here along with 2 cups of the brewed kombucha. And that creates kind of a starter for this. So if it's fizzing, that's good news. I already poured 2 cups of my starter into this just to speed things up. So then I pour it into here, all the way up. I'm gonna fill the rest of it up with water about to here, okay? And then we are gonna cover it up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I added water up to almost the top. You can see my SCOBY floating around in there. He'll pop back up to the top when he's ready. And I put my my kind of canvas top on with a rubber band, like so. And then it goes over to this cabinet here to hide out for a couple of weeks. Okay, so there it is, sitting in the back. It's just room temperature. I didn't tell you this, but I kind of felt the tea to make sure that it was just room temp before I added the SCOBY, because if you add it and it's too hot, it'll kill it, or too cold, it'll kill it. So that's it. That's step one. This is your first brew. After that happens, you start adding flavors. Okay, so I wanted to make Mamacita 2.0 my signature drink, but I can't because I'm out of agave. So I'm gonna make another favorite, which is called Blue Rose, and it has blueberries, which we muddle. Okay, so we'll mash those down. These are fresh blueberries. You can use frozen. We've got the organic sugar that I like, and we're gonna put 2 tablespoons in that. In this jar. I like these GT Dave kombucha jars because they're really thick and they have a good lid. Then I've got rosemary from Shannon's Herb Garden and 4 small lemons, or you can also use 1 big ones, but my little guys were getting bad, so I had to use those first. So I'll show you after I muddle and squeeze everything, I'll show you what we do. Okay, so I just put in the lemon juice of 2 small lemons, about 1/2 cup of muddled blueberries, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and just a pinch of rosemary, crumbled it up. Okay, so then what I do is, this is my kombucha. Remember, I took the SCOBY out of it, and now we just have that. This is considered the first brew, and it's gonna help me make my second brew. So I take that and I pour that into my mix up until about there. 1 more. Throw that there. Boom. Okay, that's gonna give it plenty of room to expand, grow, all the good stuff floats to the top. You can see that beautiful rosemary. I like having citrus in all of my kombucha. I think it makes a huge difference. I don't know, that's just what I do. So anyway, same thing. I'm gonna grab my marker and I'm gonna put a date on it. I say, and we're gonna call this Blue Rose, because that's what it is. Bam, okay? And I just put a lid on top, store it away. So once you get a batch going, you do this simultaneously. You make your, I'm not shaking this, it looks like I am, and I kind of am because I'm not paying attention, but see that sugar on the bottom? I want to kind of mix that up. Over time, it'll be fine. But this lid, it has to have a plastic, inside, because that lets it effervesce without exploding in the glass. Again, it's really very sturdy, and that's why these bottles cost so much. But anyway, there's some sugar at the bottom. But Blue Rose is gonna go right next to my first brew up here. It's gonna hang out for a week or 2, okay? So we've got first brew, second brew, and we've got a final brew. So after a couple of weeks, what we just did with Blue Rose, it's gonna look like this. You can see that this top is bulging. This is my favorite part. But Payan was brewed on, the second brew was started on 3/15, so it's been a little over 2 weeks. I prefer it not quite 2 weeks, but I just got behind. But Payan is pineapple and cayenne pepper, and I have to look over here. This is my brew book. Payan, frozen pineapple, brown sugar, and cayenne pepper. And it has 3 stars. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we open it. So this is my prep for dealing with my second brew, okay? So we got the Payan. I'm gonna kinda give it a little swirl, but not shake it, because it's gonna go crazy. I want to get all that stuff off the bottom. And then I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna have to set up the video. Okay, ready? This is crazy. Like, this is so hard. It wants to pop. Ready? Oh, look at it. I love this part. It smells so good. But it takes forever. I mean, it's just, I need to face it down. Well, I can hold it now. Sorry, it's my thumb. Shoot, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, there we go. Watch. Try it again. Oh, maybe I'll do this. That's a good idea. Okay, ready? Here we go. And I just have to, oh, I love it. Ah! Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's my favorite part. So that's all just, you know, what, healthy bacteria, fermentation, life. It's cool. So we do this, and I keep doing it. And I think, okay, so here's what I've discovered. The more surface area my fruit has, the more it does this. So if I have, if I like really finely cut something, it just goes crazy. Or the sweeter the fruit is, it goes crazy. And I try to just let it go out a little at a time, but then it takes over and ends up exploding. But I'm gonna get really close so you can just see how crazy it's going. Oh no, don't do it, no. Okay, isn't that neat? I wonder if I can slow-mo it, or do I speed it up? I don't know. Okay, I think we're finished. I really like the slow-mo. I think the slow-mo was cooler than the speed up. But anyway, still wants to fizz a little. You know, I can only do so much. We could sit here all night and wait for it to completely stop. But anyway, it's gonna fizz, it's gonna start pouring over. So what I do is I take this giant filter strainer and I pour my kombucha into my pitcher and it starts to get a little fuzzy and I'm okay with that. Okay, I need to slow down. I've got all of this, oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. Back. Okay, got my compost. So it's got all of this pineapple stuck inside and I have to get it out to compost it. It's not really important for me to do right now with you, but I can show you that I then take my pineapple. Oh, shoot. That's fine. Okay, I used to bottle it in my little kombucha jars, and I'm gonna show you up here. Okay. I used to bottle them in this, but now I don't bother. I just put them in a mason jar, and I'll put leftover in here. So I've got my, let me get this guy out. Pineapple, boop. Okay. So again, this is cayenne. I take it and I pour my finished brew right into the mason jar, like so. Okay. And then I put a lid on it, so, like this. Put my marker, because it's always good to know when you made it. I don't want to do silver on silver. And this one is called Peyenne, P-E-Y-E-N-N-E, and it was originally brewed on 3/15. That's what you want to put, is the original brew date. The first, right? No, actually that was the second brew date, but that's fine. Okay, got it. Take it over here. And then it just goes in the refrigerator, like so, and it just tastes so much better colder. These are, last brew here was on 214, almost empty, and trampoline, this is a grapefruit with hops, almost empty, so this is good timing. I'm gonna replenish. And this is the final product. So we went start to finish. And this is what we're looking for. It's what you drink. Okay, end of story. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay. Until our next adventure, see you later.